I didn't have fireworks. I didn't have some neon flashing sign that was like, this is it, girl, he's the one. But I did have this kind of like reassuring peace, this comfort that things were going as they should. And it scared me a little bit. So today I wanted to share the real reasons that I knew my fiance was the one, because it is a little different from what I expected. And stick around for point 4 because that one's a little controversial. And yes, I am engaged, which still feels very strange to say out loud. Hi friends, and welcome back to the internet. Me and Spectrum, thank you. We're drinking past curfew today, we gotta down this. It's currently below 70 degrees in Florida, which means that it's boot season, baby. Anything below like 80 degrees nowadays, I have to bring a jacket or a sweater because God forbid that chilly air touch my skin. I just wanted today to be a cozy little sit down where I share some details from the relationship where I knew he was the one. And if you're in a season of dating, waiting, or maybe you are engaged and can relate to some of these, I hope this is helpful. So the first one, the most important one, and my gosh, if you don't have this, please do not continue a relationship with someone. He led me closer to God. Right off the bat, I could tell he had a strong faith foundation, okay? He was going to church. He was excited to go to church together. We were interested in doing Bible studies together. We would pray together. I mean, he had an amazing foundation that really has helped me grow closer to God and still is helping me grow closer to God. I mean, with some relationships I had in the past or people I had dated in the past, it really felt like I was getting spiritually drained. I was being pulled farther away from God. I was questioning my faith. I was struggling with a lot of things spiritually. Like, it was just a very clear sign. If someone is from God, they're going to bring you closer to him. They're not going to pull you farther away. Now, I'm not saying that they have to be a professor of theology, okay? That is not a prereq. But what they do need to do is bring you closer to God in a way that you feel spiritually motivated. So whether that's praying together, reading the Bible together, going to church together, that just has to be there as a minimum, like as a foundation. Because otherwise, if God is not in it, it will not be successful, my friends. The second one, which, oh my gosh, this one was also huge for me, huge green flag. He is a man of his word. Now, I had dated people before where they promise you the world, they promise you all these amazing things, they say they're going to do all these amazing things, and they just do not follow through on their word. And unfortunately, sometimes because I'm a bit of a romantic, I would just buy into that. They say, I'll give you the moon. I say, great, give me the moon. Turns out they can't give you the moon. I could just tell right off the bat that Matthew was a man of his word. He would say he was going to do something and he would follow through. He was very proactive on scheduling dates and making sure that things were crystal clear and that we had specific times set up and that he was going to be there at that time. Things that he said are a priority in his life, he clearly shows are a priority. Like, it is just so nice. He says he's going to do something and he does it. If you've dated in this generation, my goodness, you know how rare it is. I'm not saying they have to be a robot and do everything exactly as they said they were going to do it and always be on time and always do this or whatever. But I'm saying just overall, like, his character is just shown through and he just really is committed to what he said he's going to do. Consistency builds trust and trust builds safety. And these are just non-negotiables in a relationship. So make sure you can kind of see. Set up dates. See what they say they're gonna do. If they say that they're gonna do it and they do it, if not, if they keep making excuses and they keep shifting things around and they promise you one thing but they just can't do it or they kind of let it slide, you'll know, you'll see. Number 3, disagreements. Now this is funny, you might say, Sierra, why are you talking about disagreement in someone that you knew is the one for you? Because disagreements happen. It doesn't matter if they are the perfect ordained match from God, you're gonna have disagreements. But what stood out to me is the way that he handled disagreements with me. Instead of disagreements turning into some fight or me versus him or trying to win, it's just handled with respect. Now, I'm not saying that we don't get on each other's nerves or that we don't disagree on certain things or that we just, agree on everything all the time. No. There's just this like inherent layer of respect and wanting to listen and wanting to find a solution. And if we don't speak to each other in the moment exactly, the perfect way that we should speak to one another, there's apologies and there's reunion and there's just like a really good level of being able to work it out together. In the past, there just always seemed to be some level of disagreement that just could not get resolved for whatever it was. And this is such a big one because I cannot remember where I heard this, but I remember hearing it from at least a couple of sources that if you cannot find peace in it, it is not from God. If y'all are just constantly disagreeing, constantly getting on each other's nerves, you constantly feel misheard, disrespected, on and on and on, it's just not the one. I promise you, it is not the one. Now for point 4, this one is definitely a little controversial, but effective, very effective, highly recommend it. I prayed for God to remove him from my life. I know that this sounds very counterintuitive and very counterproductive, but I promise you, this is one of the most effective prayers I have ever prayed in my whole life. If you seriously want to know if someone is for you, someone that God wants in your life, pray this prayer. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for the opportunity to get to know this person. I pray, Lord, if they are not from you, if this is not the person that I'm meant to be in a long, healthy, wonderful relationship with, Lord, please remove them from my life. Bang! Overnight delivery on some of those. And I'm telling you, Prime Delivery can't even outdo that bad boy. Whenever I've prayed that prayer, it is crazy the results that come in. I have prayed that prayer a number of times, and let me tell you, it is so quick because I've had it where I pray the prayer and the next day that person ghosts me and I never hear from them again. I prayed that prayer and then all of a sudden this massive issue reveals itself in the relationship, or it's just clear that things are not working out between me and the other person. God loves us so much. He wants us thriving. He wants us to be with the person that we're supposed to be with. And let me tell you, if we pray that prayer, he's like, thank you, baby. Thank you. I will help you out with this. But be warned, if you're not ready to let go, do not pray that prayer because my goodness, quick, speedy delivery. So I prayed that prayer and lo and behold, Matthew stayed. He didn't go anywhere. Things just kept getting stronger. Things kept getting clearer. And I was like, all right, God, are you sure? Like, are you really sure? Please, please, my heart is delicate. If he's not for me, please remove him from my life. But things just kept getting better. Our relationship kept getting stronger. We just felt more deeply connected. We felt like we were on the right path, on and on and on. So that one was just such a huge confirmation from God. Number 5. This one just seems like it should be inherent in any relationship, but let me tell you that is not the case. And I know a lot of people can probably identify with this. He builds me up. He does not tear me down. It is honestly so rare nowadays in this kind of like every man for himself society to have people in your life that genuinely want to see you win. People that actually want to see you happy and thriving and successful. I have dealt with a number of people where their colors just reveal themselves and you can see that they genuinely are in competition with you. They don't want the best for you. They try and sabotage you in small little ways. Oh my gosh, it's tough. He does so much to make me feel supported and special and appreciated, and like genuinely so. He genuinely wants to see me happy and thriving and successful and supports my hobbies and my interests, and he never makes me feel stupid or foolish no matter how silly they might be. I had dated people in the past where some of my like interests were perceived as foolish or silly, or where my faith was just ridiculous. Not good things. It really is unfortunate because I've seen this happen in real time where couples are putting each other down, where they make little quips about one another, you know, just to try and make themselves feel better or to try to prevent that person from acting in that way. Like, sorry, hero's here. Hi. Hello. Hi. You ever seen that? It is so uncomfortable, my goodness, where you're like out on a double date and you just see them like, well, she always does that, or he always wants it this way, or, you know, whatever it is. And it's like, my golly, do you people even like each other? And you're just sitting there like digging your nails into your skin like, I'm so glad we did this. I'm having an enjoyable time. Those little backhanded compliments, those little subtle cuts, it's not normal. I feel like a lot of people have normalized that in your relationships. It's not normal. It's super detrimental. It will erode the foundation of your relationship and it should not be accepted ever. It doesn't matter what you're into. It doesn't matter what you like to do or what you do for a job or for fun, whatever. It's never stupid. It's never foolish. It's never frivolous. It's never meaningless. If it makes you happy, if it builds joy, if it's something that you just genuinely have a passion for, it's never dumb. If they're not building you up, they're tearing you down and they're not for you. Numero 6, he respects my boundaries. And oh my Lanta, let me tell you, this is so important. Respect is just attractive, period. If someone doesn't respect you, I don't know how you can be with them, because honestly, it's gonna cause so many problems. I never felt pressured to move faster than I was comfortable with, whether that was like emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever. Things just unfolded really naturally, and he just was so respectful of my boundaries and when I laid them out and was like, hey, this is what I need. This is what I don't need. This is honestly so huge. I feel like I've been saying this about every single point, but these are all so important. If a man does not respect your boundaries, he does not respect you, okay? And I'm sure it goes both ways. I don't know. Men, feel free to input below. But if someone just doesn't respect your boundaries, they don't respect you. And honestly, they don't have a lot of care for you. If you come to the person you're dating or your partner and you say, hey, this is what I need to feel safe and respected and comfortable in our relationship, and they're like, hey, I don't care. It's time to exit. Now again, they might say it in different terms than I don't care, but they're gonna show you whether or not they care. So my fiance just had always been very respectful of that. He continues to show that respect, and my goodness, it is such a clear sign, like, this is the person for me. It is very easy to tell when someone genuinely has care and concern for your comfort, your safety, your health, versus when they don't. The last point, number 7, which is just very practical, is that our visions of the future aligned so well. So well. This one might seem just like an obvious, like, well, duh, you shouldn't date someone unless your visions of the future align. But let me tell you, I have. It's not a good idea. Sometimes there's this idea, and I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm just saying anytime I've seen it, it really usually doesn't work. But there's this idea where you can have two totally different lifestyles and visions for the future, and you can just make it work because love conquers all. And usually it blows up one way or another. I had tried dating people in the past where I wanted kids, they didn't want kids, or we were very different in regards to our political beliefs or our spiritual beliefs. And let me tell you, it just creates a lot of problems. It creates a lot of problems, unnecessary problems. And it was just so clear to me that after my first date with Matthew, I was like, we want exactly the same thing. And my goodness, doesn't that make this relationship work out? Now, I'm not saying you need to agree on every little finite detail of your life, but the big things that really make an impact in the course of your life, you gotta agree on them. And for me, that was just a very clear sign that this is the person I'm supposed to be with. On our first date, we talked about all the unsexy stuff. We're like, yeah, do you want kids? Where do you want to live? What are your beliefs? What are your families like? How do you see yourself as a dad? Like, all these things. We just right off the bat got into it. And sometimes these conversations can be a little intimidating. They can be a little uncomfortable because you're bringing up some pretty serious stuff. But it just worked out so well because we both wanted to talk about it right away to determine if we really were compatible with one another. And it was amazing because we were able to determine right away whether or not we were compatible long term. Faith, family, lifestyle, values, on and on. It was all there. And it was just like, wow. This makes for a really successful long-term relationship. So all these reasons combined together and made me really understand that Matthew was the one for me. It was just kind of a no-brainer. And I hate it because it's so annoying when people say this. But it really just felt like a when you know moment. And once I knew, it was like, of course it's Matthew. It's always been Matthew. It always will be Matthew. Like, it made so much sense. There wasn't this constant back and forth of like, is he the one? Is he not the one? I just don't know. There's some problems here, but maybe we'll figure it out. And he doesn't want this, but I want this. It was just like, no, it all just melded together to make it really clear as day. The last thing that I want to say on this, because I do think it's really, really important. There is no perfect partner out there, but there is a partner that is perfect for you if you want to get married, of course. People mess up all the time. People make mistakes. People get in bad moods. People have disagreements on stuff. We are not perfect. Our relationship is not perfect, but my goodness, I love that man so much. I love him so much, and there's no one else I would rather be with. Thank you guys so much for watching. It honestly means so much to me to have you guys walking through this season of life with me. One thing I would love to know, I'm genuinely curious, what are some of the green flags that you've seen in your partner or that helped you identify if they were the one? Or if you're single, what are some green flags that you're looking for in a partner that are really important to you? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one.